Hello everyone, hello, before that starts again, welcome to the stream. Today we are going to be talking about, obviously, the Helluva Boss episode 1, the Murder Family. Before I get to that, obviously you guys heard that was a mashup of pop stars, more, and of course the baddest from KDA, from League of Legends, that's done by Riot Games. Apparently, more now, the actual song itself has now been copyrighted by Warner Music Group, by WMG, you fucking leeches. So now, in case any of my friends who are part of my dubbing project, Neophobia, present, Ciel Dark Rose, and of course Bunny Girl, yeah, we're fucked now because they've copyrighted the song and we need that for the ending. So we're pretty much screwed. We're fucking screwed. It's either I change the song now in the actual file or not do it at all. I am pretty much in a predicament in that case, but aside from that, let's begin discussing episode 1 of Helluva Boss. What exactly had occurred in the actual episode. We will go through a breakdown of everything. Just give me a second. Let me just refresh the chat. Yeah, the song More now, because the EP is releasing on Friday, is now copyrighted by Warner Music Group on behalf of Riot Games. So I'm a bit annoyed right now. I'm annoyed as fuck. Alright, okay, everything's now coming through. Cool. I was just waiting for it to flow through. I'm not exactly in the... I was summoned. So yeah, I don't know whether I can share revenue with Riot Games, because I'm only using that for the ending. I'm only using more from Seraphine's solo into the ending, and then the rest of it's just gonna be credits. So I don't know whether or not I'm initially screwed or not. I probably am. Luckily, I haven't found the video where I basically just posted the entire video on there. Yeah, because Pop Stars was originally royalty free, The Baddest is royalty free, and Giants was royalty free. I just saw, when I watched a video literally just recently, look down and see apparently, hang on, actually I can grab a snippet of it. That might be too hard, because it would be my history. For someone who done the line distribution. Are they gonna sue us? No, they're gonna fucking sue me. They're more likely to try and claim my video. But again, like, I've used mashups most of my time. So, for that place. Because right now, I'm currently on this, Pioi Moinwi. Right, let me just snip this, because I think this is going to be fucking interesting. If you guys actually want to go into my server, link is in the description down below. I'll even let you guys have a sneak peek of this little thing. I don't know who Eva B is. Who the fuck is Eva B? She's not even one of the artists. I don't know if I can window capture this. Snipping tool. There we go. There you go. Now you guys can see that in full frame. The episode was 24-bit. Someone did a line distribution like a couple of days ago, and then it got claimed. I have not been claimed yet. Either be a Karen. Thing is, right? I have who's gonna be who on the track. I know we're supposed to be talking about Helluva Boss, but right now I'm a bit miffed about KDA. The fact that someone's being copyrighted, it does say on behalf of Riot Games. By WMG. I'm just gonna scroll up. Because I've used the song, I've used the intro mode, what, in the background? And that's happened? Hello, Joseph. I'm a bit annoyed, because apparently more may be copyrighted by my one music group on behalf of Riot Games, so therefore I can't use more the instrumental as my backing track. And I probably can't even use the baddest either. Fuck! I can't use even one of them! This is shit! What if I sue you? I could fucking try, I got no fucking money. Wait, is Hello Boss got copyright claim? No. I haven't got the copyright claim on Hello Boss. That would technically be under full screen. Or technically that would be under the Horseless Cowboy. That'll be under those. Right. The people that are actually on the EP are G Idol, obviously, Bay Miller, Wolf Tyler, Lexi Yu, Madison Beer, Jira Barnes, Seraphine, obviously, Kim Petrus, Luana, Kia Boom, Twice, and Inaka Wells. None of those are either B. And that does not sound like KDA. This is nonsense. This is a false claim. Yeah, it says but on behalf of Riot Games. But come on, man. Even I know that's bullshit. I'm searching it up right now. What are we gonna do? No, it's not. You guys are not gonna do anything. Unfortunately, I'm the one that's screwed because now I have to probably change the music. Okay, right. Has everyone under. So now I'm gonna search up this either B person. I know again we're diverting, but right now I'm a bit pissed. Okay, right. I'm on Warning Music. Oh yeah, basically I'm in a Discord where I can basically talk about this. More like to see if I can get some advice on that. But again, I only right. A few of them I use acapellas, right? And use cover that Seraphine uses as part of my thing. Right? I use it part of my comic dub, which I'm releasing Friday. You know, because if you can. Well, thing is, right? I'm fine with my content, right? It's just I want to. I can fight it. I know I'm protected under distribution of fair use, right? Because the song is only. Hello, John, official mod, Bunny Girl, we may have a problem with the credit song now, because apparently more is now copyrighted. And yes, you could say huge oof. It's copyrighted under an artist known as Eva B, right? We have Earl Sweatshirt, Elizabeth Schwarzkopf, Eric Clapton, Estelle, Ed Sheeran, Emmy Rumsfeld, Eric Hudson, Everest, Electrical Records, Empedic, Eric Quincy Tate, and Ewart and the Two Dragons. No Eva B. There is no Eva B. I'm going to search up KDA. Not even there either. Sus. She is risen. Yeah, and I'm fucking annoyed. Then I may get a claim on my comic dump. I'm gonna release it midnight on Friday. Bollocks. But anyway, aside from that. I'll keep playing for New Vegas. Go on, guys, sequence, go ahead. But anyway, let's talk about episode 1 of Helluva Boss. Sorry for a little bit of a tangent, but I think that needed to be addressed. Even though I used to choose to mash up. There's got to be a way. But the thing is, I'll be technically under the actual termination of something known as, oh, I don't know, fair use, right? I have the actual file with me, right? The last bit of the song only covers roughly only a few seconds from 1748 to 1848. It only covers 1 minute. 1 fucking minute of the actual end. Whereas everything before that is from 0 to 148. 1748. So that is roughly 90% of the work. I do fall for under fair use. I'm only using 1 minute of more at the end of my track, at the end of my dub, out of the 17 minutes and 48 seconds. I think I'm determined for fair use there. Wouldn't you all agree? But thing is now, apparently, if you just saw Crossy, apparently, that's no longer determined. And Crossy, it's only for my dub where I'm actually using the normal track. And yesterday I was using a clean instrumental. Oh, they more likely will. They'll claim for 1 minute. Remember, one time that Disney claimed my Star Wars video? The Star Wars stream that I did on May the 4th? That they claimed for like less than 5 seconds? They will claim it. I know they'll fucking claim it. But then again, I will more like fall under fair use. I'll probably speak to someone on Discord, on the YouTube Discord, for advice, thinking, right, because now I'm gonna hit this massive roadblock, and it's gonna cause me a bit of a problem. The thing is, I'll be fine community guidelines wise. It'll just be copyright. But again, I'm only using the last minute of more to then fit into the actual track. And I will be using its visuals, so meaning I'm gonna get even more claim for that. Yes, I can counterclaim, because technically I do fall under fair use, as technically it's only 10%. It's 10% of the original work. Does it derive from the product? No. It does not derive from the market. It's only from Seraphine Solo to the end. That's it. Everything else should be fine. Well, originally sequence, right? Pop stars, giants, and the baddest were all copyright free. And so was more up until this point. Up until I saw that copyright claim. I'm gonna see if any more of them got claimed. I'm just gonna check. I'm just gonna check, see if any more oh, pardon me, of these videos have been claimed. I know a reaction channel would not get claimed because I haven't determined a fair use. I am waiting for my thing to... Yeah, but then it'll be well, technically, YouTube can't get involved because they'll be under the laws of safe harbor. It'll be me against one music group. Again, I'm only using 1 minute of the song, out, which is basically only 10% of my actual work, because the rest is all free. It's all fair game. It's not the game companies. It's more of the actual music groups themselves.
Now with back to school right around the corner, I think Grammarly is a must-have.
Stop with the fucking ads. This is why I want to die. Right, now I'm on a completely different video, which basically is a color coder. And yes, I'm still drifting off. Well, luckily I have some documents from a certain little swan from Australia, known as John Swan. So I'm gonna see if I can win in that factor. I'm just gonna check this one where it says Pop World. Alright. Even that's got claimed. That's got claimed under the artist Eva B. I do not know who the fuck this person is. Who is Eva B? Are you fucking kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me? I'm fucking sharing my screen. I'm sharing my screen right now. Give me a minute. We found the perp. This is Eva B. Allegedly. Alright. Let me just go back. More! She updated this 3 days ago. Alright, so she is a musician. Provided to YouTube by Riot Games. Gonna let you guys hear this shit. And I'll turn this off. Bear with me a minute. I don't know if you guys can tell by the tone of my voice, but the track, the actual track itself, sounds nowhere near like this. This is a Spanish cover of More. This is bullshit. So this person has copyright claimed the song. We don't know yet, right? Because so far she is actually claiming the song More. She's actually claimed it. What do I think about Vivienne Nixon? I think she's alright. I do think she just needs to be, she needs to go a bit more high pitched. I think this is what the fuck. This individual shouldn't be allowed to do this. I am going to. Oh, apparently her even Twitter does no longer exist. No, I don't owe $1 million of money. Jesus fucking Christ, I'll be filing my bankruptcy and flee to fucking Tibet. I'm gonna become a monk or some shit. I think this Eva P person has literally no right to do this shit. Like, absolutely none. Does she have an email? Well, her Twitter no longer exists. So, her Instagram. Her Instagram's fine. She has less followers on there. I do think it's a false claim. I do think this is a false claim. Because she can't copyright that. I can't do anything about it until she claims the video. Of which I haven't even made it yet. I'm putting the pieces all tomorrow. I've mostly grabbed all the sound effects. Like, everything, all the vocals are done. That was pretty much the hardest part, trying to get all that done. But let's focus on Helluva Boss for a second. And let's actually get back to the actual main topic at hand. And you know what? I'm gonna do this as a major fuck you to Eva B. Hang on. Let me actually say this into our mother tongue, because she's Spanish. English to Spanish. There we go. I'll let Google say it for me.
Reclama este vídeo si te atreves.
If you're wondering what that said, it says claim this video if you dare. Again, I dare you. Si te atreves. Si atreves. Claim it, I fucking dare you. Now, I'm going to play the track. Because I want to. Joseph, apparently some poser known as Eva B, a Spanish artist, is claiming the song More as her own when it's not. It's not even hers. I think Bryce Pigman is on par with Bob Baker's. Shame he had to go. In a sense, I'm many people didn't know that obviously what happened with him was a Me Too situation. Shame that he did go. Yeah, but the thing is, the artist is Spanish, but her song is in Spanish, not in the actual, because the actual track itself is in English and Korean. It's not the Spanish that she said not doing. That's the problem. But I do think Bryce Bickman is a good choice to be Stolas. I can't wait for him to hear more of him in the future. I know some people have been off about it. And I'm also hearing apparently people have been bitching at the Stolas Instagram account. Kindly leave. Seriously. Stolas doesn't need your backhanded comments. It's not his fault. He's just a fictional character. Again, Richard Horvitz, always fucking on par. Pretty much Q drama. Yeah, true. When am I never surrounded by drama in some cases? I had someone who had me unblocked for a while and then they recently blocked me again and had their account private. I haven't talked to you a month, Star Wolf. I haven't talked to you in an entire month. I've just been minding my own business. But I'm aware about that train wreck. I'm glad you left before it got worse. Probably because of a certain person wanting to copyright claim you guys. Or send you a cease and desist. Good old Lopez. In other words, either trying to talk about the original and then fight which is the real owner. The original owner is KDA. They're the original owners. G Idol, Madison Beer, Lexi Lou, and Jura Bombs. They're the original owners. Riot Games are the original owners. The song has always been royalty free, right? If she does try to claim the video, I will happily fucking dispute it to near death. I know I will be in the right. Saying this song is currently royalty free, you cannot copyright the claimed song. Here are the difference between the two tracks. It is the same instrumental, but it's sung in English and Korean, not the Spanish that is currently being claimed for. So I'm only playing this instrumental as a major fuck you. 'Cause I can. But now let's get on to the actual plot of Hazbin Hotel, and oh god, nearly 40 people basically hear me fucking rant about copyright. About a comic dub. And a minute of thank you for the follow. Welcome to my new husband. Hope you enjoy your stay. Anyway, let's get back to Helluva Boss. The plot. To me, it's stuck a little bit too close to home. I have my reasons why I say this. As someone who has also been a, well, how hath no fury than a woman scorned. But that's why I say it's stuck a little bit too close to home. And the fact that also that karma always does pay its dues in some cases. And the fact, in addition, trust me, I will dispute the claim. I will dispute the claim to high end. And I'm pretty sure more like YouTube is probably going to be on my side for this. And if they don't, and if they uphold the decision and I do get a strike on my channel, again, I'm going to counterclaim it. I'm going to counter-strike it. And basically then I'm going to probably more likely, if either B wants to uphold the decision, I will fucking take her to court. Right? Because I can definitely say that the track itself is only 10% of my actual work. I am technically fall under fair use in that regard. And I'm gonna get some other people to probably will say the exact same. The voice change is definitely affected my enjoyment of the episode. So about Vivienne and Bryce Pigman. Well, I understand why the voices were understandably changed. As a fellow VA, view it as a way too noticeable for someone like me. Well, the thing is, they're abridged. It was like announced that they're going to that Millie was going to be replaced regardless, because Erica Lindback was pretty much all over the place as both Luna and Millie in the pilot. She was all over the place. She was mixing up accents with Millie so much. I do believe more likely Vivienne Nixon just needs to go more upbeat. She sounded rather low. She sounded, well, she pretty much sounded like, almost sounded like this, Moxie. I don't know why you want to do this. I don't know why either, Millie. Hey, how did we end up here? I don't know why, Moxie. I don't know why, darling. You know, in that sort of retrospect. I mean, obviously with what happened with Bob Baker, because obviously I reported on it back in July. Yeah, July, that's when it fucking happened. She went down there. I'll happily take either B to court. And I will more likely win. Because again, 10% of the track, 1 minute of the track is only 10% of my work. Everything else is fine. Well, more likely Vivienne Nixon is probably from there. But then again, she doesn't do much voice acting. She does actual acting. Because she is in Grey's Anatomy. But it's also the fact that how the episode portrayed the enemy, the whore, to put it more lightly, the harlot, how she got rewarded for surviving a murder, of her own murder, and of course the guy that she was cheating with Viv's murder, after the wife who was teacher that committed Sudoku. With that, in retrospect, again, too close on the nose on how basically people like that, Zoe Quinn, people who sleep their way into power, in a sense, sleep their way in for money, fame, and fortune. Yeah, both Vivienne Nixon and Bryce Pigman have acting backgrounds. Then again, like all voice actors say, if you don't know how to act, you can't voice act. So I do believe that's actually quite real in that retrospect. Blitz did seem a little bit aggressive, again, because also that Moxie was not willing to kill a family. Especially because obviously he wants a family of his own with Millie. He wants to have a peaceful life. Without thinking of death too much. Hello, Zachary. Also, I think there's one bit of contradiction. Well, actually, there's a couple of contradictions that I actually found in the episodes. Right? If you've been chainsawed to the head and you're suffering a major facial injury, could you survive that? Fair question. I know, but I think that needs to be answered. I think that definitely needs to be answered. I think it's pretty much impossible. That's one of the things that didn't make sense unless basically she already sold her soul to the devil to basically cheat death. And thus now her and her family has to worship Satan. Agreed. So you're not a fan of Bryce Pigman yet? Yeah. I'm doing fine, exactly. I'm just a bit annoyed at this moment in time. And now we now know that demons have black blood. And they are immune to fire. They're not immune to firearms, though. So me and pretty much a Bridge Goku here, we're pretty much in agreement that obviously Minnie's voice from Vivienne Nixon definitely needs to go a bit more high pitched. Just I would say probably about 2-3 decibels at least. And the next contradiction for me that I saw was when oh no, it's not about the pandemic, even though technically I'm now in a second lockdown starting Thursday. And I've now got work, and I don't know whether another work's to be cancelled by Wednesday. I don't even know anymore. Yeah, demons are now fireproof and they spill black blood. However, they can be killed by other means. Which is interesting. The next contradiction. Are you serious? When am I never? That's always gonna be the next question. I don't think Cherry Bomb's gonna get cancelled. I enjoyed it in retrospect. I actually did. Again, the one other contradiction that I found in the episode was Millie fighting the dad. Right? Originally, he had a shotgun. Of course, that was kicked out of his hand. And then he grabbed a bottle seemingly out of nowhere. And somehow that managed to knock her out. I think it would take a few more bludgeons for that. Yeah, you like a fan of my channel. That's probably why. No, Cherry Ball's not gonna be cancelled. She's already had her Instagram account taken down. She's fine. But again, I did enjoy the episode. Oh yeah, the animation has definitely stepped up. It's definite game since last year. This is why I wanted to talk about this literally just roughly about 48 hours afterwards. So at least then we can actually have a proper discussion when everyone's watched the episode. So I've actually given you guys time to go and watch it. I am actually quite considerate of that fact. Yeah, Cherry's fine. I made views on the whole entire Cherry Bomb situation anyway. So that's all well and sorted. Excuse me. But anyway, as I was saying, what was I going to say? With the fight between the dad, yeah, there's definitely more bounce to it. I think definitely as I've heard, because obviously if you guys watched my stream that I did with Blue Raven on Halloween, Vivienne has taken constructive criticism of her animations, especially from like the likes of Darth Pino and all that jazz. And this is where basically everything's been stepped up. So she is improving every single time. So obviously the pilot's always never going to be good. And then it stepped up in Addict. That was the bar that everything needed to climb. Zoophobia couldn't reach it, but I think Helluva Boss may reach it. Helluva Boss episode 1 may surpass the pilot. Of course, recently, obviously, Addict has surpassed the pilot for Hazbin Hotel. But I think, and also in addition, I should probably also rant about this, because obviously it's relevant to Helluva Boss when it premiered, right? Yeah, Luna's less aggressive, but it's a regular map, what do you say? Exactly. Thank you, Abridged. Not really. I've had some caffeine. I'm fine. As I was saying, there was something that I was gonna say. Yeah, right. Obviously, when I was speaking obviously on stream, that I was gonna go and watch the Helluva Boss when it goes live on VR chat with some friends. Alright, so I joined then. Roughly about a few minutes. We were waiting for the link to come up. I managed to grab the link. I put it in. We let everyone watch. Oh, trust me, I'm going into a little bit of a story here that happened on Saturday. Then this little kid, 12 years old, might I add, went up to the video player, dressed up as a Kid Legoshi from Baystars, switched the video button to a stream button, completely disrupting the video. Do you know how much I went from naught to fucking pissed, wanting to skin a child alive? Pretty fucking quickly. A lot of people got annoyed. The host of the world, which was Retro Electro, he crashed. Then it went to my other friend Viper. He crashed. The kid was watching it on YouTube, right? This is an 18+ cartoon. It's being watched by a 12-year-old. Do you want Vivienne to get fucking sued? Do you want Vivienne to get fucking sued? Cause that's against COPPA. Yeah, he literally said he was 12 years old. Yeah, a 12-year-old watching 18+ video that had 2 very sexual scenes in there, done by Seb Valles. Bitch Radio, please don't kill a god. I was tempted to. I was tempted to kill a child to cover not only Vivienne's tracks, but my tracks. I wanted to kill a child out of sheer anger. I fucking hope it was the kid's choice, then I can fucking blame the parents for being neglectful, letting the kid watch that shit. But then again, like, I'm being a bit of a hypocrite. Because I asked my dad when I was 12 to watch Kill Bill Volume 1. So I'm being a bit of a hypocrite here. I'm fine, I'm just a bit miffed. Who's in charge of killing? The name, apparently the username was Jammies or Jammers. It was on VR chat. I think Tendo was there. Tendo Gaming, if you're in the chat. Firebit, if you're in the chat, trust me. Those guys know who I'm talking about. And they're like, yeah, the little shit. I wasn't urged. Instead, we hopped into another world. We can see them, Jerry Smalling. We can see them now. Oh, you gotta stream highlight me ranting my fucking head off. Yeah, brilliant. Normally that is the case. Yeah, they ignore the rules and end up getting people in prison because of something known as the Children Online Protection Proceedings Act, which is known as COPPA. YouTube got sued over this last fucking year. Yeah, and Vivienne is... That's gonna paint an awful target on Vivienne's back. That's the problem sequence. Right? If kids are watching this that are under the age of 18 or legal age in their respective countries, Vivienne can get sued. There's only the Zoophobia short for Bad Luck Jack. There is the comics, which I believe is on zoophobia.com. Zoophobia is banned in the comics at the moment, yes. Exactly. That's why they changed the system. But thing is, like, even Vivienne was... When that started coming around, Vivienne was fucking going ballistic. Exactly. It's not for kids. It's never meant for kids. Then it's not technically the child's fault. It's the parents. They're technically being irresponsible, letting their child actually go into such adult themes when they've not actually processed through the phases of maturity yet. Yes, there are children that are far mature than others. Trust me, that can happen. Vivienne Nixon did fine. She just needs to be higher pitched. That's all I have to say about her. Really? Yeah, it's always going to be the parents' fault because they neglected it. Again, I can be a bit of a hypocrite since technically I watched Kill Bill when I was 12, but I asked my dad's permission if I can watch it. And he said yes. And I watched it and I was fine. I'm used to the violence. And now they're bringing in a system onto YouTube to verify people's age, which I do believe is probably the best approach. Trust me, YouTube Kids doesn't do anything. They just want to go on YouTube. But in retrospect of YouTube, they're now going to verify people's ages, right? And this is where kids are gonna fuck up, right? Because if they lie about their age, more likely YouTube's gonna have to ask for a form of ID. And they'll know whether or not it's fake. And that's gonna be a predetermined factor of this. Yeah, which is a form of neglect. There, Kerber. So, kids are already screwed, right? Because they will have a passport, they will not have any form of ID, they will not have a driver's license because they can't drive yet. They're not legally obliged to drive until roughly by the age of 16 to 18, 16 plus. Yes, but the thing is, it's always going to be the forms of ID. And 43 people just to hear me fucking rant. Why is it every time that I rant, it's always gonna be the case? It depends on the age, really. Yeah, exactly. And again, Vivienne has spurred out on Twitter last year over this copper shit. She's fucking terrified of it. And I can understand why. Just an amazing live stream. Yeah, an amazing live stream. Me just going off about fucking kids watching an 18 plus cartoon that is not even meant for them. And the fact about it that the creators coming scared shitless, not wanting to get fucking sued. Why is copper a thing? Copper has been a thing for about, I would say, over a decade. Since the internet has existed. Right? The only site, apparently, that has done this correctly, in retrospect, was apparently the site Neopets. That was the only site that actually did the whole entire verification process correctly, according to copper. Trust me, like, this is what landed YouTube in hot water last year. Because apparently, most of their target audience were under 13. And they stated that, and they fucked up big time. Yeah, simple one. They even had a warning at the very first part of the scene. And that didn't stop the kid. I wanted to skin that fucking kid into a rock. And then I wanted to skin his parents alive. Hang them up Predator style. But that's just me. There's paintbrushes on there, but god, yeah. What about kids trying to get into an R-rated movie? Well, like, for example, like Deadpool, obviously, because that's something probably the exact same feature as Helluva Boss in retrospect. Again, it comes down to the form of ID and attire. FBI, open up. Yeah, they'll have to bring their parents. The episode is good. Again, in retrospect, from my personal opinion, the intro was a bit too close to home in retrospect of what happened to me throughout all of this last month. It hit a bit too close for home. And I'm pretty sure the two people were probably more to the two people who are more like probably watching this stream right now will probably go, yeah, I can see from your perspective why they would hit too close to home. Yeah, that's absolutely fine sequence. It's supposed to be mainly for adults. It's an adult cartoon. I mean, Vivienne's my age. She's only a few months younger than me. Well, the thing is, Copper was there, but I don't think it was that... how can I put this lightly? Enforced. And that's the problem. They've now fully enforced it since now it's been reformed. And the fact that they managed to catch wind of that statement from YouTube, obviously under control of Google, that's when they've hammered it down. But again, I've had my account since like 2007. So... I could definitely say that the animation has definitely improved. Definitely improved since, obviously, Addict. I can't say for Bad Luck Jack, though. Will this surpass the pilot? I would more likely would say yes. I think it will surpass the pilot. People are still going to be probably off-putted by, of course, by Vivienne Nixon and Bryce Pickerman as Stolas. But that's something that is completely out of control. And shame the Boondocks got cancelled. I always go blunt. It's always best to go blunt. It's always best to go straight to the point. Make the point, then explain the argument to the point. Explain the point in greater detail. Well, the thing is to protect the children, which I can understand in that retrospect, that they do need to be protected. But it's the fact that they are breaking the law, and it's putting us content creators, especially like people like myself, in a bad light. I know that my audience are over 18. There is roughly, I would say, about a quarter that are less than under 18. But they're still within the 13 plus range. I am well aware of my audience. Yeah, and I agree that the best video that Vivienne's done was Addict. See, now I'm on a rant with you. Well, fucking phone me! Phone in! Yeah, Bad Luck Jack was definitely playing it safe. Yeah, it's not Vivienne's fault. It's mainly the parents' responsibility of the child. I wouldn't let them watch it until they were mature enough. I will let them watch some of the stuff that I used to watch when I was a kid. Like, for example, I'll let them watch fucking Nightmare Before Christmas. right, at the age of fucking 5. Right? As long as I'm there to supervise. Goku's sus, man. I don't trust him. Lemao. Right, I'll let them grow up to stuff that I grew up with. When they reach 10, I'll let them watch the original Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh! Right? I'll let them watch Blade. I'll let them watch Naruto. Right? I'll let them grow up to my speed. And when they reach 18, they'll be like, right, you reached 18? Now you're about to get into some of the stuff that me and your father of some time ago. This is Vivienne Medrano. It's never been Vivienne's fault. It's the fact that apparently now, yeah, Ed and Eddie obviously is going to be one of them also. That will probably be roughly about 8. Again, Goku, feel free to call in and we can just basically rant together. I'm fine with that shit. I pretty much have ranted most of this fucking video. Trust me, I've also told the admin, one of the moderators for the VR chat world that I'm, of the Hazbin Hotel. I told him about the incident, and he said, and he even said, yeah, that kid's 12, he shouldn't be watching that shit. Amazing Mortal Gumball, I would say roughly about 8. But I'm not gonna let my kid watch Cal Arts because I don't like the art style. That's just my opinion. I don't like the art style at all. I prefer detail rather than simplicity. So, sorry, Steven Universe. You can go off yourself. In some sense, yeah, it is. I like how apparently Bridge hasn't said anything for the past few minutes. It's just thrown in. Oh god. My notifications are blooming out the wazoo. But I got it fixed. Rick and Morty, probably somewhere in their teens. Again, it's rather mature-esque cartoon. Ah, Maneva, you follow me on Twitch, you're not following me on YouTube. Bollocks. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. 15, 16 sort of range. Sorry, I'm scratching edges of my nose. Way out, feel like an ocean on a wave now. Feel like I'm floating, never way down. This is how I do it every day. Wow, wow. Regular show. I'm probably 13. Because obviously puberty and all that jazz. Ah, now he's phoning him. Yeah.
What's up?
Obviously, I'm still ranting because I think it needs to be addressed.
What grinds my gears about the whole thing, Radio? I was with you. See, one thing I'm very torn when it comes to blaming the parents, because let's be honest, as a kid, it didn't matter. The more parents would crack down on us, the more we would do bad shit. I
Yeah.
would like go to my friends. It's like they can't control us if we're not in their facility, right? So it's not
Yeah.
like they like. And Mizman could cuss as a kid. He was like a little Eric Cartman when I met him. He could, but he had a difficult childhood too. So it's not like, you know, every kid's the same. I get protecting the kids. I mean, I was a really good kid, but I watched South Park. I watched lots of not adult rated, but 18 plus shit. It never really affected me. But I also watched 4Kids, Cartoon Network. I guess it really depends on what child you're getting.
Yeah.
And it's like, I don't like that they paint all kids with the fucking brush. Like, they act this way, so clearly they're gonna act this way. It's like, no, we weren't like that. Kids are very nuanced. Some kids can handle mature shit, like I could. You watched Kill Bill at 12, like, God, what the fuck? I watched that shit when I was 7. So I'm like, hold up. Y'all ain't finna sit there and just fuck with us like that. That's why I don't like being a hypocrite to kids. But then as an uncle, I watch my nephew watch all this the crazy shit like fucking Jake Paul and shit. I don't like him watching him because I just don't like Jake Paul as a person.
Neither do I.
I don't watch the South Park because I watched it, but I don't want him imitating it because I got my ass beat too. That should also be a fine line. I got my ass beat if I imitated what I saw in a certain manner. I could watch South Park, but if I said that shit, my ass would have been beaten. So,
for some reason, the region is Japan.
wow.
What? Okay. That was weird. I don't know why the region on Discord set itself to Japan.
Oh, wow.
The fuck? Wait, who is the main antagonist of Hazbin Hotel? We technically don't know yet. I speculate it to be Adina and Fitch. 2 characters from Zoophobia. Again, we don't know, Reed. We don't know who's gonna be the main antagonist. But obviously, with what's been going on, times have definitely changed. Laws are now being cracked down harder than before.
I feel very bad for kids of modern day age getting told, we need to protect you, bitch. We never asked to be protected by you. But I get it. I do understand it. It's just, that didn't protect us when we were kids. What the fuck was our protection?
Non-existent.
Non-existent. Now y'all give a shit? Hey, that's what pisses me off. Now you give a shit all of a sudden. Like I said, YouTube came out when I was 9 years old. And we had so much shit out there. I mean, it was tamed. But, you know, as we grew up, it got a little bit more risque, so to speak. So
Yeah.
we didn't get protected then, and now. But again, it's a very thin line because I understand the message, and kids do need to be protected. But I feel bad for those kids. I was one of those kids who well, I didn't need to sneak into an R-rated film because I had an adult with me, but I did attempt it with some friends when we wanted to. But again, I was mature enough to handle that kind of shit.
Yeah.
So I always felt like, you know, it's just how I grew up. You know, my parents gave me a lot more freedom than others because they knew they can trust me. I can't speak for everybody else. I can only speak for myself and my experiences. Me, Mizman, and most of my friends, we could watch certain things. Again, I watched South Park, Family Guy. I mean, it gets no worse than South Park, for God's sakes.
No.
They had remember that one episode with Paris Hilton, stupid spoil horror video play set where kids were literally acting out like Paris Hilton, and
Yeah.
I was exposed to that, and my parents watched it with me.
Egg, I got exposed to the actual South Park movie uncensored.
Dude, we had it on Mizman. We binge watched it. We quoted it so many times as a kid. Well, he could quote it. I could. I wasn't stupid enough to say that about my parents. But when we were alone, he would you know, do Kyle Mounts a bitch is a big fat bitch is the biggest bitch.
Bitch in her my butt, she big, bitch, big, bitch, 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 bitch.
Well, I tell you, if you met Mizman and myself, he was literally Eric Cartman, a smart Eric Cartman back in the day. He had the style, the glasses, little ranges. So we were so in tune. Like when we were watching the old SpongeBob movie, and they would say jackass within like their little whispers. We caught that as a kid. Misman did, and he showed it to me. The old VHS of SpongeBob the movie. Mr. Krabs would say jackass to SpongeBob when he was whispering. They cut that out now. So we were so in the tune with that. It's just nowadays you just can't. So when you were saying that kid was trying, I understand from the kid's point of view, but we also have to understand it's gonna hurt Vivienne too. It's like I really got no problem with kids watching Helluva Boss. I honestly don't give a shit. But at the same time, it's just we have to abide by the law. You know, I may not agree fully, not fully, but I understand it. It's just you can't have it. You know, you can't have kids watching your product. You know, you gotta be for.
Yeah, because
that's a shame.
Yeah, and I know apparently that I know Vivienne did spurg about this like last year when Helluva Boss was coming out. So hence why she's been putting disclaimers on it. The fact that I witnessed a kid live on VR chat watching not actually actively watching the video, but saying he was watching the video on YouTube, saying that he was 12 years old. That's why I literally said to my friends when we hop into another bar, I go, right, I'm probably risking a kid alive along with his parents.
Yeah, he wasn't mature. Again, kids, the mature ones out there, they know better. They know to hide themselves. See, like that's how you know that's the more immature ones when they're dumb enough to state themselves. Because I was smart. When I went on to certain sites, I was smart enough to know. Yeah, I know, kid. What you talking about? At least keep it on the down low. Like, again, they're smart. They know better. You know, those kids, I'm not gonna. But this kid, it's like, come on, dude.
And the fact that he ruined the whole entire.
State your age. You really shouldn't be watching this because you clearly are not mature enough. The mature ones know better. They can keep it on the down low.
It's also the fact that, in addition,
I'll watch it. One of my favorite Adult Swim cartoons is Aqua Teen Hunger Force. Watched that since it first came out in 2000.
Look. Many people forgot I could do me wild.
My parents, when I was 12 years old, woke up out of their sleep laughing at me when Meatwad it was the Alien Spore episode when Meatwad was copying the Alien, and my mom was dead asleep. Heard Meatwad do this fucking like get your hair on them and us bucking up bits in damn room, and then when she heard him cuss, she just woke out of her sleep laughing. Never forgot it, and from now on she was a fan. You can ask her to this day. She loves. I watched that show all the way to its end, and I was fucking devastated when it finally ended. So, yeah, if I ever had kids, I think it just comes down to supervisement. I would never shelter my kids from. I would shelter my kids from most of it, but if I think I watch them, you have to watch your kids. You have to pay attention and see what they can handle, and then watch it with them. Like you said, you got your dad's permission to do Kill Bill, right?
Yeah.
I think parents should take more of an interest. I noticed that with my own nephews. Like, he's a lost cause. He is a lost cause. Ain't nobody taking an interest in what he does. They just let him do his own thing because parents are so caught up in their own lives. It's so fucking. I don't know if I can be a parent, honestly. Because you either get blamed for shit that you have no control over, or you get blamed for stuff that you do have control over. I don't know, hon. As for the episode itself, I agree with you. I think Millie. I understand not wanting to do two voices. But it was so sad because I really liked her Millie. Remember I covered Millie, so I'm so used to her voice. And I've always said the characters are the voices. I didn't like the fucking Powerpuff Girls when they switched their voices up. So for me, I was so attached, especially to Millie. With Stolas, I thought Brock just did such a good job. I mean, he has the most quotable lines. Everybody quotes his lines now. I want to choke on that red.
Brandon Martin just asked, don't you think Moxie's getting character development when he didn't kill the family and felt bad throughout the episode? Well, remember, he killed the wife. Because he shot him in the head. Point blank.
Fucking head. Is it mad that I thought she was kind of hot?
Yes.
With her brains blew out. Hey, she gave an eye job. but I understood it. The episode was great. Again, the voices for me as a voice actor, and I'm just, as I said, I love voices. Once I'm invested into a character, I'm gonna be invested to the voice, because that's the whole point of being a voice actor. You have to sell me on the character with your voice. So
Yeah.
they already sold me on Stolas. Brock already sold me. Again, people quote Brock Baker's version the most. I see it in comic dubs all the time. I see it whenever I hear it. So him getting replaced was a big kick, because the voice sounded so different. It wasn't even an attempt to sound like his. At
No.
least with Millie's, she tried to sound like, I can hear it in her cadence. I just think she needs to work on it and get more higher pitched, and I can accept it. Stolas's was a bit more of a kicker, because it was too noticeable. Because I was like, oh, Stolas is calling, and then I heard the voice, and I was like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah.
So,
Definitely in that
but-
retrospect. Yeah.
Yeah. It is what it is, though. Like I said, it was beyond her control, so I knew that going in. So it's not like I didn't know, but I was preparing myself. Looney was a bit less aggressive. I was a little, damn girl, what happened?
I'm guessing because it's not primarily focused on her. I think this particular episode, in retrospect, leaned towards Moxie a little bit more.
Oh yeah.
It definitely leaned towards Moxie and how, in that aspect. Apparently, I'm hearing these are rumors. Apparently, the next one's gonna be darker, and it may pertain to Stolas and probably Octavia, because obviously she hasn't made her debut yet.
They're asking me, don't you think Moxie is getting character development when he didn't? Okay, I think you already read that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I agree. This is very Moxie heavy. Millie.
It wasn't the fact that she was. It wasn't the fact that she was the bigger demon than him. It's the fact that apparently that she was about to fucking kill his boss and his wife. I think that's priority for him to protect his family than the family that he was. Well, the person he was set out to kill.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he didn't want to kill the kids or anything like that and all that stuff.
And they died anyway.
Yeah, they all died anyway, which I expect. That's gonna be the ending. That's kind of the MO of dark humor. They love doing that shit. I think overall, this wasn't too bad actually. I kind of, by the thumbnail, I kind of thought they were gonna do something more horror house related. Like, just based on the thumbnail, like a murder film. I don't know. I was getting horror house vibes. Like they got stuck in this inescapable house, and they're all getting hunted down by this murder family. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, they still did in retrospect, but.
Yeah, I was surprised Millie got taken out so quickly.
Yeah, my thing is, because, like, what? That bottle was not even full, and it would take quite a bit of a hit to knock someone of her stature, especially if someone who's combat ready.
Yeah, I thought she was a bit more tankier than they gave her credit in this episode. Bledsoe was, he was great. He was pretty much what I thought. I was mainly, Moxie was fine. Millie was the one that was giving me like, I don't know if Millie should be getting knocked out that easily. I mean,
yeah,
especially how they portrayed her in Millie. I was like, nah, she always ready. She always got something up her sleeve. Yeah, they're actually thinking about bringing Aqua Teen Hunger Force back there, Lopez. Though they're actually thinking about bringing it back, which they should.
yes.
I'm surprised Millie got a southern accent.
Well, technically, Millie was technically supposed to be like West Virginian, sort of that kind of area, you know?
Mm-hmm.
She was supposed to be Southern anyway.
Agree.
It's the fact apparently that Erica Lindbergh, the original voice for Millie, was going all over the place with accents. There was one point where she went to Chicago. She went for a Chicago accent, and like...
I didn't care though. I just liked her voice in general as Millie. I really didn't care. But I understood she was everywhere with her accent. I noticed that wasn't the point with me. The point is that her voice fit. Whenever I heard Millie, I heard the voice. She was just trying to test things out. But that's the point of a pilot, though. This happens. This is nothing new. Look at Ed, Edd n Eddy. the ads were very slow paced and very monotone, and then it got better over time. So it's not like she couldn't have improved over time. But as you said, she kind of got sick of doing two voices, I guess.
Because she was two voices in one scene, and it was gonna be a bit of a clusterfuck anyway.
But honestly, that's good for your resume, though. Eddie, Eddie Murphy played so many characters in Coming to America. It was ridiculous.
And also, Nutty Professor.
Oh hell yeah! Like that came like his little moniker. So I think that does better for your resume, showing how versatile you are. I think I don't know. I think she maybe she should have like at least tried for this episode and then made a decision. But you know what? I can respect it.
Brandon Martin asks, as for Stories, what happened to the other voice actor before Brock Baker? You mean after Brock Baker, not before? Because it was Brock Baker, then there was Bryce Pickman.
Yeah, Brock got Me Too'd.
Yeah.
He ain't getting his money.
Well, funny thing is, apparently the allegations were false. Yeah, he literally did come out and going, yeah, these allegations were false. Here's the proof of that. I told her to leave me alone. He went out of it like a gentleman, and then she did something stupid.
And once you get Me Too'd, it's all over.
In a sense.
Because let's be honest, they would have never even had this conversation or issue if that wouldn't have happened.
Yeah. And again, this was back in July when I reported on this. I knew for months, and people are still going. People are now flipping their shit about it now.
Yeah, you were telling me about that.
And it's fact, and now people are now bashing the Stolas Instagram page.
Well, don't do that. Don't be doing that. That's not That's not something Vizzy could control, though. I understood both sides, and they both, from what you told me, ended amicably. And like they just said, okay. I don't agree with the change. You know, I'm with you on that, but don't be bashing. It's just one of those situations that was out of control. Blame the bitch that fucked with Brock Baker. Blame her. Oh no.
Well, don't go harass.
Don't harass, but just blame her. But I do blame her.
Yeah, I blame her as well.
Fuck her. But yeah, but you know, it just goes to show one crazy bitch will, just like you said in this episode. Actually, now that you think about it, it's the theme of this episode. One crazy bitch will ruin everything for you.
Exactly. We'll fuck everyone over, quite literally.
You know what? Why didn't my friend bring Brock Baker back for that? That's exactly what the antithesis of this episode was. Well, some crazy bitch ruined fucking stole us for everybody. So now, yeah, actually now that hits even more closer to home.
Yeah. Well, thing is, like the introduction scene, especially, hit too close to me personally because of last month. In retrospect.
The introduction scene was too predictable for me. Let me guess. Oh, it's all okay. How are they gonna screw with it? That's the one thing about dark humor. It's too predictable to me. It's like, okay, what dark shit they're gonna add? Because it's too fluff, too happy. What are you gonna do to sell off your sad life that this is gonna be dark? And they did not disappoint. They did not disappoint. Dark humor has sort of a rhythm to it.
Yeah, exactly. This Stolas Instagram page, Daddy Who has nothing to do with the voice actor Bryce Pinkman nor Brock Baker.
Yeah.
At all. It has to do with Spitter Hall staff, one of the artists, so they have no talk about this. And I know, I pretty much know some of the staff members. I'm beginning to network with them a little bit more leniently now. Carefully, obviously, like saying my please and my thank yous.
But this also sets a bad precedent. Once you say radio, if you get Me Too, I mean, what if fucking Richard Horst was God forbid, oh Lord forbid, but what if he gets Me Too? Is he gonna get kicked off too?
Fun.
It's kind of if the Me Too movement can infiltrate it that badly, it's not a good precedent to set. If Richard gets Me Too, will he get kicked off as Moxie?
I think Richard is too careful to be Me Too'd. he's already too careful enough as it is.
Yeah, I understand that. It's just it could happen though. That's what I'm saying. Is that's the precedent we're setting. It's like if you get Me Too'd on anything, like whether regardless if it's false or not, you just lose your job. I mean, we already know that's been a thing for a while, but it's just like.
But it's the fact that also he's also the voice director for the episodes now, so he's got a higher position, and that will be even harder to replace.
That and Brandon Rodgers, didn't he write this episode with Vizzy?
Yeah.
Yeah, he had. I've seen him in a lot. He's all over the place too. So it's like I don't. But that's also what I'm talking about. It could happen, and then they're really screwed. They can't afford to lose someone like these two guys. With Brock, that was already a kicker enough. But with Brock, he was just one VA. It's just, but you see my point. Like it's a very slippery slope.
Yeah.
And, it makes me very nervous. You know.
I think more like, well, because obviously when I reported the incident, I actually, with the term when I reported when Brock got Me Too'd and got let go by Vivienne, obviously my tone was mutual, but disappointed to hear it. Because I do believe that Brock was setting quite a big bar for Bryce Pickman to fill. And I do believe Bryce still has some very big shoes to fill. Because we've already seen him in a few scenes, right?
I don't want to I didn't want to give him shit for it because, like I said, the circumstance being what it is, he had, it's not like he just came in and took over. It was a situation that happened, and somebody had to do it, Yeah. Somebody had to do it. I just, but. I will criticize the voice if the voice doesn't vibe with me. I give him all the credit in the world for coming in, stepping up, and coming in and doing it. But the voice just doesn't sit well with me at the moment. Maybe, in time, if he improves on it, I can. Because like you just said, Brock set a bar with that voice. That's why I said his verse was perfect for Stolas. And when I think of Helluva Boss, most people will think of that scene.
Yeah, most people do.
Yeah, I've seen it. Like, as someone who is a fan of that, more of a fan of Helluva Boss than Hazbin Hotel, I've seen people quote Stolas the most.
Yeah. And now people are simping for Stolas because of that bathroom scene now in this episode. I can understand why.
So, it's going to be interesting. Someone asked, is the girl who hired the Imps, do you think she'll be a new member of the team or not?
I don't think she will. Right now, people are shipping her with Blitz. And it's a little bit of a giggle. It's a crack ship. Because more likely probably, don't think that the actual teacher, don't think she more likely bonked with her husband yet. Hence why he cheated on her. To get a little bit of a birthday surprise.
Oh, you should see Rule 34.
No doubt.
The evil cheating slut. She's all over the place on Rule 34 now.
Oh,
to be fair, they did that themselves. I knew that was coming the moment I saw some risque scenes in that episode. Yeah, but that's gonna be on Rule 34.
I just rolled my eyes.
If you think about it, Stolas' design is basically a male Bayonetta, says Brandon Martin.
I could see that in retrospect, but thing is, like, obviously Stolas is actually based on the actual demon itself, and of course he believes in the horoscopes. You may have noticed in the bathroom scene, he was surrounded in the astrology, and of course the astro signs. He was actually surrounded in them. The horoscopes. There we go.
Keithan Graham says, "Is Blitz gay?" I think Blitz is like Roger. He'll fuck anything.
Blitz is actually Blitz is pansexual.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna. He kind of reminds me of Roger from that was his character for me. He reminded me a lot of Roger, very sporadic, very random at times, in control of the situation. But I always thought he was more like him in that situation. Like he'd fuck anything if it was attracted to it. Just
And the fact that also he threatened to fuck both Moxie and Millie
yeah.
if they
see what I
didn't
mean?
leave.
That's what I was saying. That's what Roger would do. Like it's Brandon Roger. It's Brandon Rogers who voices the character, and he's very much like that. So that was always I thought. I always thought the inspiration for Blitzo was for Roger from American Dad because I could see them being brothers.
Yeah.
Of course, there's a lot of Rule 34 stolen, especially Luna. Luna is all over that. She's the queen. And Rule 34. Millie definitely has her role in some categories, but Luna is yeah.
Red Crewman said they're like, is that a bridge? Mecca, say he's sus. You're sus.
Why am I sus, Mecca? Why on earth?
I don't know. Why Red Crewman just said that?
That's fucked up. That's fucked up, y'all.
Okay.
The relationship between Blitz and Stolas is remarkable. It's not a fandom theory like Angel and Huss. The author put it there for a reason.
I would say more like it's an on and off relationship. It's obviously seems to be a business relationship that's going to be more than likely intertwined. It's going to get too complex. And more likely, Stolas is probably going to get the brunt of it.
Mm-hmm.
And Blitz will probably try and fix it in retrospect. Just a mere guess!
If Hazbin Hotel crossed over with the Helluva Boss, would Blitz fuck Angel Dust?
I think it's more likely to be the other way around.
Yeah. Yeah, I can see that.
I saw him standing on the vent! But did you see him go in the vent?
What's a vent? I know about vents.
And hello, Jen. Yeah, that's pretty much what I've been doing for the past hour and a fucking half. Venting!
I was surprised you didn't make this into like a group podcast and talk about the episode. You, Blue Raven, and anybody else you knew. I felt like this would have made for a great podcast.
Yeah, mostly me just basically venting all of my frustration about copyright.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. It's funny.
And me just basically using the instrumental in the background because of Spanish person who covered the song, who's under warning music, is copyright claiming the more music track when it's royalty free from League of Legends. Does that make sense, considering the fact that the way that she sang it was in Spanish, whereas the actual version is in English and Korean?
Nope. Make no sense.
Yeah, it's false claim.
Hey, you see now how the boss goes global, freaking. Well, we'd like to make you a deal right here at Disney.
Oh god. I think I imagine Bledsoe like, oh god, kill me now.
You shut the hell up! We've been trying to get you since Nickelodeon!
Oh, seriously, you've been trying to get me over there with that foot fetish? I don't know why you want that.
Just imagine they get picked up by Disney.
Well, they've been now picked up by a production studio. I actually did report that one earlier last month. It was the Horseless Cowboy productions. They picked it up, but of course they're keeping it all on YouTube, so at least then Vivienne doesn't lose that much revenue in retrospect. This is the first episode and we've got 7 more to go. Nice. What happened with Solis met Angel? They would fuck a lot, probably. More likely Solis will probably pay Angel so handsomely, Angel will be like, can I live in your home, please?
Can I buy my way out of this bad life I'm in?
I'm like, can you buy away from me, from my boss? Thanks.
I don't think they should do a crossover. They need to establish more episodes.
Yeah, true.
You know how long it took for us to get a Futurama Futurama Simpsons crossover? It took 20 years. Like, don't blow your load before it's too hot and heavy. Let us really get involved.
Actually, they did it sooner. The comics.
Well, yeah, the comics, but we're talking like a full-blown animated crossover.
Yeah.
Like, let the characters develop, have their own story, like set up their own story arcs, stuff like that. Once you do that, then you have more of a reason for these characters to interact. It's only been like a pilot and an episode. Come on, guys. Y'all...
Right. Okay. Brandon Martin. Right. You mistaken one thing. Right. Hazbin Hotel is with A24. Helluva Boss is with Horses Cowboy. Two very different production companies. I don't know whether or not we don't know where Hazbin Hotel is going to go. We don't know yet. No one knows yet. I think Vivienne is still in the negotiating stages, even though she still has creative freedom over Hazbin Hotel. Helluva Boss, that's still remaining on YouTube. It's just now it's getting more funds for more production quality.
As I said, never lose your creative control.
Exactly.
If you lose creative control, you lost your show. As in, in the
Pretty
wrestling
much.
business, if you lose control of your character or anything, it's all over. So I always say that's the one thing she cannot relinquish. Otherwise, it wouldn't be her show, her show anymore. Because the whole point is, it comes from your creative mind. Got to Star Wars when they got rid of George Lucas. Just saying, once you lose that mind, it's no longer the show.
It's just a shell. That's it.
South Park wouldn't be South Park if Matt and Trey wasn't working on it. Just saying.
Helluva Boss got bought by a different production company known as the Horses Cowboy. I reported on this last month.
Everybody keep asking me. You know what grinds my gears? People like think just because now I'm doing Hazbin stuff that I know Vizzy and all. They like, I don't know these people, y'all.
Go to radio. She practically has more connections than I do.
Hey, that's what I tell them. Like, leave me alone. I get it. Y'all like my content. Like, go to her. Damn it. I'm gonna start putting your name in my description for. Hey, if y'all want to know this, go to her. Leave me alone. I get most of my information from you anyway.
Exactly. So like, hey, is this canon? No.
Yeah, I try to be accurate. I don't want to be, stupid. By the way, what'd you think of my comic, my little sneak peek comic dub?
I did watch a little bit. I did watch a bit of it. I do think it's fine. I'm currently still working on my comic dub. Finally, I've got all the voices in now, so it's all sorted. Now I'm gonna have to put them to the pages.
Nice. What I'm going for, what I had the animator, the artist go for. But I'm glad he actually took some of the living in areas and kind of.
Brandon. The production company is called Horses Cowboy, not the channel. It's still going on Vivzie's channel.
Yeah, the production company is called that, guys.
Oh my god, I'm losing brain cells.
we had to like in case I had to guess Charlie's outfit. Like my outfit was easy. I should have told him to put muffins on it, but we went for dog bones because of the whole dog shit. But for I found a model of Vaggy's outfit, so hers was easy to replicate. It was Charlie's. I couldn't find anything concrete for pajamas for Charlie, so I just told him to like just kind of come up
pajamas.
With
yeah, I can imagine pajamas.
I love an artist that can come up with something on the fly like that. And how he did the room was really good, actually. It wasn't exactly what I was going for, but he managed to make it work to my liking.
Would you mind if you can give me that particular page? I can pass it on to the people for the VR chat world to make Charlie's room.
Sure. I have no problem. This dude was
cool.
Expensive. I'll tell you that much, hon. He was expensive. Oh my god! Don't ask how much I paid for a full comic.
Oh god, I can maybe imagine it's roughly around about the 100s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A little bit more than that, but yeah. But you know what? Because he came high regard, dude. His only bad review that he got, like only one bad review out of 1,000 reviews from everybody's worked with, all positive. His only bad review was that he didn't get it on time. Not that his animation, not that his quality sucked or anything. Is that they complained that it wasn't on time, so they gave him 1 star. That just sounds petty.
Yeah, that is extremely petty.
So yeah, he said because he didn't get it to me in time, he's gonna make me a free cover for the comic dub, which I would have had to pay more, but he's giving me that for free. So I said, you know what? I would have paid for it too, because his work was, because the fact that he was able to not only get my vague idea, I like an artist that can take what you want and improve on it and give you something that'll just like, you know, I think you'll be impressed with this, and I was. So so it'll be like 3 weeks before it's done, and like everybody's like, oh, we get to now they're finally getting to see me and Moscow X together.
Yeah.
Said, yeah, that's gonna be fun. I think they'll enjoy it. The full comic is gonna be about 4 or 5 pages, and
yeah, keep it short. Yeah.
So it'll be fun because I'm not doing another one. This
Yeah.
shit costs a lot of money. I'm done.
And
I'm done after this.
yeah, it's also because my comic dub of obviously the League of Legends, right? I put all the 5 issues all together, including I put an outro. So I'm gonna have that as credits, which is the more song. Hopefully I don't get claimed by a certain Spaniard, because I'm willing to take that to fucking court, because that is fair use. Because I'm only using 1 minute of the ending, and that's only covering 10% of my own work.
Yeah.
I think I should be. I think I'm able to fight that because that's under fair use. And I'm only using it as like an outro into the credits. That's it. Is that hard?
I wish it. I hate the whole copyright thing. Always just pisses me off. Anyway, that's why I love getting like remixes of the songs.
Yeah, that's why in the intro, well, whenever I do my streams, I use a mashup. Because I like using mashups, really, mostly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Like, of all their 3 songs. Pop Stars, Baddest, More. Mash into one.
I can say that I can get used to Millie sound like Applejack now.
Oh yeah, you better gonna get used to sounding like Applejack.
Hey, I miss you. It's Millie though. Come back.
Oh come on, Moxie.
I just loved her Millie. It was so, I watched too much of Millie and too much of Helluva Boss Pilot to get. Again, I keep watching that shit, so I'm too used to her voice. I don't know. I don't know. That's just me though.
But it's not.
When you said when Helluva Boss come out, you have no idea how excited I was. I was like, we're finally getting more.
You were just like, Pog?
Yeah, I was, you know, I was ready. I was ready. Then I heard the voice change. I was like, oh, well, I'm still kind of excited. It's when you hear that shit, it kind of brings your tone down a little bit.
Yeah,
Well,
definitely.
Because you want to watch it in its purest form. Like the reason why I love the first one is the reason why I'm watching the second one. So when you change shit like that, but like I said, the episode and the direction where it went was great. But this is gonna, and I do think it'll surpass the original in terms of views, because most people are idiots. They don't give a shit. They're casuals. They don't give a shit. They watch reviews anyway. But most people who become like the more hardcore-ish type of fans, they're not gonna like that shit. But they can also, but I hope they understand the circumstances.
Yeah. Again, not many people knew about the incident with Brock Baker. And I'm like, really?
I'm more of I'm an understanding guy. If I can understand, if it was for something stupid, then I give the show shit. But no, I get it. I get both of them. I just wish I could convince,
Erica?
yeah, Erica to do Millie. I'm sorry, Millie. What we gotta do, huh? What we gotta do to get you to come back as a Millie? Because I feel like that could be rectified if we begged her, if we begged her enough, and you showed how much we liked her Millie.
Yeah, true, but thing is, I'd rather give Vivienne a chance. I mean,
It's not. I have no problem with her doing it. It's just I want Erica to do it. Honestly, I'd rather just give Vivienne another character that she could sink her teeth into personally. Like make her Millie's sister or something. It's not like they haven't established they haven't had relatives.
yes,
She could be Billy. Oh,
Duh.
Billy.
yeah, there's gonna be 8 episodes of Helluva Boss, so now we just had episode 1, we are gonna be getting episode 2, but we don't know when. I would say probably next year or so.
Can you imagine Netflix, since Netflix is going on the downtrope, we need a new hot show. But there's this, I mean, they picked up Red vs. Blue. So, what is the first show got picked up on,
That's gonna be a shit show, considering that Rooster Teeth is currently $152 million in debt.
Well, Red vs. Blue died when every member left. It was no
True.
longer Rooster Teeth at that point. They made Joel record all his voice lines and they fired him. I was done with you after that. That was the dick move. Yeah, we're gonna record your lines for Caboose. Yeah, we're gonna kick you out now. Well, honestly, as a founding member, this place is already dead. Bernie's gone. I'm gone. Forget who's left. Fucking. It ain't Rooster Teeth no more. Place is dead. The place is gone. Red vs. Blue is dead. I stopped watching after season 16 anyway, so. If Millie had a sister, Moxie's most likely getting it through. That's what I was saying. I actually would have enjoyed her voice as an evil stepsister of Millie who tries to take Moxie from her. I don't know why, but I find that very intriguing. Yes, they did, Brandon. Well, they were already in the shit before then, but it didn't really help. It really did not help them, and it made me change my tone about certain voice actors.
And also, yeah,
Jen Brown.
I'm gonna cover you out.
Like even Wash's voice actor fucking sent that. Like, I still respect their work, but god damn that they show their true colors.
Oh, all of them show their true colors now, since apparently one of them's been sending dick pics.
Oh yeah, and people are giving them the most shit for, Vic Mignogna, he gets falsely accused. Let's just yep, he did it, but a guy sent it and admits to doing it. By the way, let's talk about this. Let's just talk this out, Again, they don't give a shit. Hollywood protect. I'm not gonna say it because I don't want to say it on your own.
Rules for me, not for thee. That will probably be.
But back to Eric, I'm just saying. Wouldn't you agree with that though? I feel like maybe instead of her doing Millie, she could have done Millie's an evil stepsister or something. I like that storyline. I always like the whole evil. Even though she should technically be evil because she's in hell. No, she's an angel, an evil angel.
You mean a dark angel?
Yeah, like a dark angel that randomly comes to visit hell. Because I feel like angels should be allowed to visit hell every now and then. And then she wants Moxie, and since Moxie has a good nature to him, it would be a natural fit too. I feel like he would be into her, or at least like find her amusing enough to make Millie jealous. I kind of like storylines like that, especially with his character. You just saw how he was ashamed to kill a family, so I feel like a dark angel would exploit that and dial that up to 10. And since her voice is somewhat similar to Millie's, it could work. And Blitz, I feel like Blitz will be all over this. I feel like Blitz would just be such a.
He will more likely probably prod it a little bit, make so many quips and jokes here and there until he actually sees what actually is going down and like, shit, here we go again. Damn it, Moxie!
So yeah, I would be more into that than because I feel like you could take her voice, make her
Yeah.
Dark Angel, keep Erica, and do a whole little thing with her Millie. I don't know what her name would be, but her. Somebody get on that. You know what? No, screw that. I'll do it. I copyrighted it. It's mine. It's my idea. I want credit. It's my idea. I made it. I just came up with it. She's radio's witness. If you guys fucking take my idea.
We already had a Dark Angel. His name is Sephiroth, but that's the Final Fantasy universe, not the Vivziepop. There's a difference.
It's Final Fantasy. What the fuck? The hell is
And
you
plus,
talking about?
like, there's been Dark Angels. There's been Dark Angels in fucking Dungeon Keeper. Dungeon Keeper 2 to be more
Long before
exact.
Final Fantasy. Way long before Final Fantasy was even thought of. It's called the Bible. Anyway,
Yeah, Lucifer? He's technically a Dark Angel?
he's a fallen angel, but yeah.
Still qualifies?
He fell from grace. I still am waiting for somebody to cover Voltaire's Only Human because I feel like that would fit his character the most. But I'm just saying, Vizzy, don't be taking my idea unless you go give me a role in your show. I want Wolfku to make like a little small appearance. I won't.
I'm gonna have to speak to you something about something that happened more like off stream. But we are approaching the 2-hour mark, everyone. I think we've pretty much like discussed everything. We've pretty much just picked the episode apart. Yes, I've kind of went off topic about my comment up a little bit and about copyright. Because I am a bit miffed.
It was well deserved though.
Well deserved to me, basically, become so ferociously angry to basically get to the bottom of it.
Yeah.
Because copyright is a fucking bitch.
It is. I agree.
But anyway. Right, everyone, so that is pretty much going to be us for now. Thank you very much for everyone for attending. I don't think there's anyone live at the moment, so...
I'm actually going to go live in a little bit, but they'll come my way anyway. It'll be fun.
Yeah,
you want to join for that? Would you like to join for that?
Yeah, it'll be fine. Yeah, because I'll be more like grabbing pages from issue 3 of the comic dub. While I'm at it, I've like already started organizing all the bits all together. Because I'm a fucking nerd. You know this.
I know. You're a geek. That's why we love you.
Anyway, so everyone, thank you very much for all attending. Thank you very much for obviously for all the subscriptions. Please do like and subscribe, share this video. More like probably from the epic rant that I did. Probably Crossy's already clipped that already. Because I am that much of a snide bitch. I don't like talking about ships because again I'm rather ship neutral. I mostly ship Radio Dust. Alistair and Angel. But again, like, I'm quite neutral to ships. There is one ship right now that I'm currently finicky with of what's been going on. I will be going into much more further detail. But of course, I can't speak on that. Well, I spoke about that on Saturday with Blue Raven. About that one the one pairing day. Apparently yesterday was Chaggy Day. As a little stab in the back. Yeah, but the thing is, like, it wasn't me that said it, it was a bridge. He said Dark Angel, and I just, obviously I knew what he was talking about. But.
You know what I was going for. You know what
I knew what I was going with.
You know.
Yeah. Alright, so everyone, thank you very much for attending, and I'll see you guys next time.